Welcome back to the lab. Actually, not in the lab right now. Neighbours had a tree fall down, so they're busy crunching that, getting rid of that. Been waiting for a gap in the proceedings all day, and it's a big tree. So we've come upstairs into a little hideaway. It's a bit of a messy room. We're about to go for a drive for our first time sessions and our little K12 March with the V6 in the back of it, twin turbo. Look at some other videos and get the details. I'm not going to spit them out here. Goes quite good, quite a lot of horsepower. We did the test session yesterday in the previous video, so if you have a look at that. And I talk about boppy bang. So we lost one of these. Compressor outlet for the turbocharger. So down to 11 psi rather than 19. Unaware of that. I don't run a boost indicator of any shape or form in the car. It is all logged. If I'd looked at the logs carefully, I would have seen the actual pressure is down lower than it should have been, but you wouldn't see it change because it blew right at the end of the previous session. So I really had to pay attention to that. I doubt I would have seen it, even if I'd been looking at it very carefully. I wouldn't have noticed it. So this session we would certainly have run with that problem, unaware of it until afterwards, and we look at the logs and go, I think the number's 227 kPa instead of 280 something. We're going, hang on a minute, and gone looking for it. I found it Sunday night, basically Sunday afternoon. I downloaded the videos and played the video and went, hang on, I can hear a boost leak. And I walked out to the car and I looked around and I spotted it in seconds. It doesn't take very long. Black silicon couplers are probably a bad idea on a race car, to be honest. If you want to keep an eye on things, you can have that quite badly damaged, and if it's in the engine bay tucked away, you might not even see it. So the gaudy ugly colors, blue and red and all that sort of stuff, it's going to be easier to see damaged couplers. But I mean, while we're on that subject, just put Wiggins clamps in there and they won't do it, they won't blow out. So anyway, let's go for a drive. We're chasing a Super Tourer for a few seconds and it disappears. So that's fine. He was doing, I believe, 134s. I think in this session we did a PB of a 139 something or other, which is absolutely fine. First time I'd driven the car apart from the test session in 5 months. Not intending to smash out best time for the weekend. The first session of each day is the one to get the lap times. I was aiming for the Sunday morning, was going to be the one. You guys have already seen that video, and we're not going to talk about it in this one. So, got out there, car went good. Right, it went pretty good, did a reasonable time, quite happy with it. Back into the pits and it was all happy. Something a bit weird with the timing lights on the track. They were flashing the second to last lap that I came around, they were flashing. So that's usually end of session. In the test sessions that they do at the track, normally we would get red lights and we would get a checkered flag. So they were flashing and I was like, okay, they're doing it differently today and we haven't been told that. All right, so I finished that lap, came around for another one and the lights were still flashing. So I backed off thinking that surely is the end of the session. Didn't back off to a standstill. Carried on around the track and got passed by 2 cars. I tried to get out of their way, but yeah, the session was still live apparently for a lap or so, so I don't know, it must have been more than 8 minutes, but hey, that happened. Sorry if I held someone up. The face. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the ride. We'll get the next session up tomorrow. Oh, something good's happening tomorrow. We'll talk about that later. All right, cheers, bye.
Good. Thank you very much.